maps are not final. They are not set in stone. They can be changed due to litigation issues. So litigation is when someone sues someone else. So it can be in the state, in the federal, and even in the Supreme Court, much like the two cases that I showed you kids. So Baker versus Carr and Shaw versus Reno. They started off in the state, but then they got appealed all the way to the Supreme Court. They're a very big deal. District maps are something that everyone fights over every freaking election year. So, all of this redistricting leads to something called gerrymandering. So, because sometimes people like to draw up districts that are going to benefit their party, they lead to very weird looking districts that don't make any damn sense. That's when it's called gerrymandering. That's when it's like, okay, you did this district just so that it benefits your political party. You cannot do that, right? Like, you can't do that. That is illegal. Please don't do that. It still happens though, obviously. So this leads to something called safe seats. What do you think safe seats are? Man, you're just like my 10th graders now. Just like silence, talking to a lawyer. If you're trying to go for an election, what would a safe seat look like?
Like you're guaranteed a spot.
Yes, like you don't even have to do a campaign because you know you're gonna win. You know that they're gonna vote for you. And that is due to gerrymandering. Like, if a Democrat tries to run somewhere where it's very, very red, that seat is safe for any Republican. Like, it is very difficult for a Democrat to actually win. Now, this was the political cartoon that was used for gerrymandering. So there was this dude called Elbridge Jerry something, and he drew up a district that looked like this, and they made it into a salamander. I know it doesn't look like a salamander, it looks more like a dragon, but that's what they called it. So they got his last name, and they got salamander, and they shortened it, and that's why it's gerrymandering, right? Because it's his last name and the salamander. Because he tried to pull this off as a district, and they were like, okay dude, this doesn't make any damn sense. So they made him redraw the entire map, because this doesn't make any sense. Now, a very good way to, as you can see here, I do want you to copy this down. I'm not joking here. Do copy this down. Don't copy this. You just have to like copy like the first, these two. Oh my god, like it's really not that bad. Or like explain what it is. So, we've got two different types here, right? So here we've got 60% blue and 40% red. Who would win here? If it's 60% blue and 40% red. Blue, yes, look at that. So if we were being very equal, we were actually making sense, blue would win, right? Here, however, as you can see, well, this is like kind of like the nice one. But if they were to pack or crack this, blue would win, obviously, right? Because they have the majority. But here, this is called hacking, okay? So do you see how, okay, so this, it's like a really weird district. So it's like here, then it's here, then it's all of this, and then it's this. So they are packing the blues here. And when they pack the blues, yeah, sure, the blue wins like maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 districts. But because of the way that they actually put all of this together, red has the majority by 1, but they still have the majority. So they can say, hey man, you got some districts, so it's not completely unfair, right? Like, it's not our problem. Because we did give you some districts where you win. Because if there's 5 districts in total, you got 2 of them. So that's good, because they packed all of the blue into it. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be fair. You're supposed to just divide them like how you logically would. But because they want to win, because red wants to win, instead, they packed them into 2 districts so that they can point to it and say, they have districts, we're not being discriminatory. And yet, in these other weird districts that they have, like this one, they're the ones who win. And this is what happens with a lot of districts, especially in states where certain political parties want to stay in power. They pack them, right? They're like, look, we're not being racist. There's like a lot of districts here where a lot of people of color win those districts. But the majority, even though the majority is not one particular race, it is that one particular race who keeps winning. Or that one particular political party who keeps winning. Because they keep doing this. It is illegal, obviously, but unfortunately, a lot of states just kind of get away with it anyway. And so that's the reason why they keep winning certain seats of power, of not just the House, but also the Senate. Like they just keep winning and winning and winning every year, even though they really shouldn't, because their districts or their precincts look like this. They do this and they're able to win, which is very unfortunate. But unfortunately, that's what happens. So that's gerrymandering, right? So we got cracking and we got packing. Those 2 different ones. Yes? Gerrymandering? Yes. Alright. Group leaders, please go get some cubbies. I'll leave this up to you. Day period, kids. Alright. So as always, I want you to read and annotate this and in 15 minutes, I'm going to give you the next part of the assignment. And when I do that, I'll tell you how much of it I want you to complete by the end of the period. Okay? So, read and annotate this, and then in around 15 minutes, actually exactly 15 minutes, I'm going to be giving you the next part of the assignment, and then I'll tell you how much I want you to complete it with.
the middle one, there's only 4 red, and there's 6 blue. So they try to limit the amount of red within it. So that's every single person who is on the list. So even though they're 40% red, so they should at least get some representation, right? But on every single